Hello, colleagues. I hope you're doing well. Today is Monday, March 27th, and I'm greeting you here from our campus, where I wanted to send out a message to you all. What I think is really important, I've received such great feedback from several of you who said, hey, Dr. P, we kind of miss you. Where are you at? We haven't seen one of these in a while, and I love that because I intentionally paused. I wanted to make sure that they had relevance to the college community, that they meant something, and I've heard loud and clear that folks would love to see me more in some of these spaces. So here I am. So with that, I'm going to offer to you a couple comments and a few things. It has been an incredible spring semester, both in terms of celebrating our 20th anniversary as an institution, but also as we have moved into the legislative session. It has been rigorous, it's been quite challenging, and at the same time it's been glorious. So I'm here to offer a few things. First of all, let me start off with the thing I like to do most, and that is to say thank you. You all know I come from a place of gratitude in everything that I do, and what has been striking to me is that even in the midst of the chaos, literally one of our colleagues just said to me, looks like March Madness is moving into April. I'm going to suggest to you that the same thing happens in terms of our internal spirits. How do we make sure that we recognize that craziness, but also honor what is happening among us? And there's a quote that says this that someone shared with me earlier. Even in the chaos of everyday life, moments of gratitude remind us to hold on to the good things. So there's this moment that each and every day I try to pause and express gratitude for the things that are happening to me, with me, around me, even in the midst of what sometimes can be seen as a quite hyper chaotic environment. With that in mind, let's start off talking about the March Board of Regents meeting. Talk about making it a Nevada State moment. We continue to see work that we have been engaged in deeply over the last 18 months to 2 years, showing up in the spaces deeply to reflect our mission here at Nevada State. It was a historic meeting for our institution. Our Board of Regents heard about our metrics that continue to demonstrate our potency in delivering upon this mission to the residents of our community. We also took to them our master plan of how we plan to build out these facilities that we need here within the institution, and including MG52, an athletic and special events center that we will be bringing to the campus through a partnership. We also then had the master ground lease to the Nevada State Campus Lands Corporation, and this is going to allow us again to look at how we start to develop a little bit over 200 acres of land to bring in strategic partnerships to advance our mission here within the institution. And certainly, last but not least, our Board of Regents authorized and approved our moving forward with our renaming. Many of you know this has been a long journey, but what is important is that I often think the things that take the longest amount of time to do are often the things that matter the most. I want to thank all of you for your tremendous support during this time, and also the clear recognition that we are on a journey of redefining the way that we show up in the spaces that are essential to our community. We also are doing this with the Nevada State Legislature. We know that our renaming is continuing to advance. Senate Bill 273, sponsored by Senator Roberta Lang, was introduced. We had our first bill hearing last week, and we'll anticipate having our workshop and hopefully vote on that very soon. In addition to that, after it is workshopped and passed by the Senate, it has to cross over to the Assembly. So you'll be seeing me back there again to reinforce the work that we've done and to continue to make the case about that, all the way to the governor's office for hopeful signing within the next couple of weeks. We have a number of additional bills that we are going to be monitoring, all the way from work around dual credit to work around school safety, looking at issues around supporting students who have DACA status. So there's lots of things that are happening, and we are very fortunate to have a team of people that we do doing the work that they do to keep us engaged in this. The NSHE budget restoration is something that we're monitoring very thoughtfully. I'm very hopeful that the governor's recommended budget will prevail in this space. And around that is also faculty and staff compensation. There's more discussion happening with NSHE regarding the $500 retention bonuses that the governor's proposed to make sure that we're counted in that. So it may end up having some type of cutoff salary to make sure that we have our employees who are in most need of this resources to receive it. So I'm going to keep you posted on that as we move forward. As again, we're monitoring, I think, two pieces of legislation. that are being proposed around dual credit, so we're going to see how that plays itself out. Our capital projects, we are in a unique position at the college to have a project that can be delivered very quickly. It has a very reasonable cost impact to it, and will have a dramatic impact in affecting and delivering on our mission around our academic support services. So we're going to be making some important advocacy around that. But I want to thank each and every one of you who were a part of our Advocacy Day in Carson City. Those of you who went through some harrowing times to get there, thank you for that. The way in which we showed up to remind our legislature that Nevada State College exists and exists for a very distinctive mission, and that we're on our pathway to becoming a university. So grateful to each of you for that. Some big announcements I want to share. You're going to be hearing more about this in the next month or so. We were very fortunate to receive a gift of $5 million from an anonymous donor who is very much committed to supporting the work we do here at Nevada State, in particular our work around first-generation college students. We have a deep competency in this space, and we're looking at how we can expand our work and go deeper, be more intentional, because our community needs us to show up differently in this space. So very grateful to that donor, and you'll be hearing more about this in the next month as we plan some type of announcement and a very clear recognition of what those resources will be used for. They're also, part of that is also designated around helping nursing and nursing professional development. So we're very excited and very grateful to that donor who sees us and understands the value proposition that we have at Nevada State. In the midst of all of this, let me end by doing what I might offer to you, a call to action. It's the same one I probably offer at least 3 or 4 times a year, but it's an important one because as we move into this frenzy part of the semester, where we're all starting to wrap up the academic year, preparing to celebrate. I was looking at my calendar and we have all the pinnings coming, all of the wonderful commencement exercises coming, all the special recognitions we do. There's also that frenzy that happens to get things done. And sometimes in that frenzy, we don't always practice the grace that we are known for at Nevada State. Sometimes we allow that chaos that is bubbling up inside to manifest itself outside. My commitment and my prayer this morning, and I hope it's the same one that you can carry as well, is to pause. Just in the midst of those opportunities where sometimes that energy has a way of swelling up, and as my daddy used to say, it sits on the back of your neck, how do you begin to tell yourself, just take some deep breaths, and to remember to practice the grace and dignity that we try and do each and every day, remembering that most people want to show up as their best selves. And sometimes we're human and we forget that. So I'm hopeful that each and every one of us will practice that, both in terms of how we choose to show up, but also the way in which we anticipate and support our colleagues and our students and our friends when they show up in different spaces as well. As always, I am grateful to serve this organization. I hope that you are as well, and I look forward to seeing you as spring is finally starting to sprung. Thank you so much, and take care and be well.